Here we go.
We were just flowing anyway, so
All right, we're going.
waiting for you to lead off.
I'm leading off. We're going.
We going. So what's the discussion about?
We had a discussion about how men think that women are having sex with other men, married or in relationships. They doing it because society is saying it's okay to do it, and I think they doing it because they want to do it.
Well, I agree. I don't think. Okay, this is what I do think. I think women don't do what they really want to do because of society. Yet when they do something, it's what they really want to do, and then they use the excuse, "You weren't there for me," or "You didn't show me emotional attention," for cover instead of saying, "I just thought he was hot," and I did.
I agree with that.
So that's really what I think. And like we were saying earlier, what I do believe is, just like I love steak, right? Sooner or later, even though I eat steak every day, I may want something else. Doesn't mean I still love steak. And I think women are like that. I think their desire, their lust ebbs and flows. They could really be into you one day, then the next day they're not into you. So a lot of dudes get confused with a girl not being in the mood, meaning she never liked you like that, but it could have been at this time or whatever mood she's in. Because they, to me, my opinion, I could be wrong, women don't really operate like men do. Because I'm always turned on. But even if I'm always turned on, I could have been with you for 7, 8 months, and I'm like, man, it's just, I want something different. It doesn't mean I don't still not get turned on by you. And I think women operate the same in that aspect, yet we try to act like they don't. You know what I mean? So that's why when men keep saying that if she steps outside, she doesn't love you. No, she just wants something different. But for her to feel good, because of what society says, she's going to say, he wasn't there for me. You know, so instead of saying, no, I love him. Like, because that's why, I can't speak for every woman, but there are some women who are really out there, and they may want 2 or 3. They want that polyamory thing that most dudes will not let a woman be, or they're going to try to shame them, so they're never going to get the trueness out of the woman because you're trying to restrict the woman from whatever she wants to do. I'm not getting into the moralistic stance, the religious view, or I'm just saying if we step outside and look at how people function, both men and women, everybody wants to win. And how some women function from what I see is, I got you, I want this over there, but I got to give you up to get that, so I'll give you up for a while, get that, then once I'm done with this, let's see if we can get back together. I messed up, he was the best, like, he was the best man. But really, she ain't ever stopped that he was the best man, but she figured she can get this guy because being with you, because of what society says, they'll look at me like I'm a no good slut. You know what I mean? So if I do it the proper way, which is to break up with you, stop contacting you, like I really forgot about you, but I didn't, but there's something I can get over here, that's what most of them do, or they sneak, you know what I mean? Good. But in general, I'm not saying nobody was right or wrong, but that's what I noticed in society, and I love to be corrected. Do you agree with what I'm saying?
I agree 100% what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the problem. And a lot of ladies seem to be conflicted about it. Like, do I really love him? Like, you can love a dude and just be bored of it. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
You know, I love Metroid, and if I had to play Metroid every single day, even though I still love it, I'm like, man, I'm sick of playing Metroid. Let me go play something different for a time. But we don't understand.
Don't want to understand that.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, they don't, man.
Like a pair of shoes, like you want Jordan, was it 19? Was it 19? I really love the 19, right?
Mm-hmm.
They look good in shorts, or they look good when you have jeans on, right? Mm-hmm. The way they look like space boots, right?
Yeah.
And I got constantly comments, but after a while, you be like, hey, I want to wear something else, you know? It's that simple. I didn't stop loving it.
Who's the new hot girl today? Who's the new hot girl? Like, that looks really good that everybody would know.
Pamela?
No, but that's Instagram.
Oh,
like a popular celebrity.
No, I think a lot of people think what's that chick from Spider-Man with the curly hair?
Oh, Zendaya.
Yeah.
See, Zendaya being fine don't make Halle Berry any less fine. She's older, but she's still Halle Berry. You know, so that's what I'm saying is, just because you start liking Zendaya don't mean you gotta stop liking Halle Berry. Yeah, we live in a society where that's how we gotta act. Like, I don't like her no more. I'm gonna leave here. But so you telling me Halle Berry still ain't fine? But she's, you know, Zendaya fine. I ain't saying that Zendaya ain't fine. But you telling me that Halle Berry still ain't fine? If Halle Berry was the same age as Zendaya, she would still be fine.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
But you so used to Halle Berry, you don't be like, woo, Halle Berry. You know, that's what I'm trying to make a point. Don't mean that she lost her beauty or she ain't fine. She's the new one, and that's what people don't get. And that's why they get confused with love and desire and lust. Like, I want a woman to lust me, but I know sooner or later, even if she lusts me for 4 or 5, 10 years, you might one day say, man, I done had a lot of double doubles. You know, I had a lot of McCheese or McRibs. I want something from Burger King. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want a Carl Jr. You know, well, I love it, but I have it every day. That's how people function. But we try to act like we don't function like that, both men and women. But I think, I gotta say, women have a harder time admitting it because society, especially women and men, we're so judgmental over them that they can't ever be the true them because they face so much. I don't even know what to say, man.
Because I had where I've been in the side. I had a good release with a light skinned woman. And then shortly after that, I craved this dark skinned woman who the texture, texture.
You know, you're objectifying. I had a good release with this dark skin. You just
made
a joke. But no, it's cool. You was with this lady. She was of light complexion.
Yeah,
you know,
and so her body was more soft, right? And then the light skinned one the dark skinned one, her body was more muscular, more tight, right? And just the feeling of her skin is completely different than the light-skinned girl. Mm-hmm. And so it happened like maybe 15 minutes after having the light-skinned one that I wanted the dark-skinned one. So that's kind of like still to me kind of like I want to shake. I want to shake, and then after that shake, 15 minutes later I might want a cup of coffee or.
I get the analogy. Yeah, but you can't even admit that. So how many men are married? And they love looking at girls, but they can't ever say it to their wife. They gotta act like they're not looking, or can't ever say, "I was thinking about Jane from high school." Doesn't mean I don't love you. I mean, but that's what we have a restrictive society, and I understand it to keep families together and for people to get jealous or mad, but still, that it's not true. It's not honest, and because of that, we start living in these fantasies, thinking this is how things are going to be, instead of understanding the nature of humanity naturally, without any type of moralistic or ethical standard or a religious doctrine taught to you. Monogamy is not natural. Most people are quote unquote serial monogamous. They break up and get with somebody else, and a majority of people step outside of their situations, relationships, marriages, but just don't tell you because we can't ever be honest with each other. And I understand, respect, and I get it, but still, in your mind, you're unfaithful. In your mind, your girl is thinking about that dude she used to kiss back in high school. She would never tell you because you're the love of her life until she leaves you. And then the next dude she's going to marry is going to be the love of her life until she leaves him and say, "Man, I should have never broke up with you because you were the love of my life. I just made a mistake."
I had to go through all that, and this is the one that God wanted me to have.
Yes, and
the fifth one is the way.
Yeah,
after all these others.
What happened? We got back together. We were dating in high school, and we met again when I was 40 because we're soulmates.
Yeah. We had to go through this test to make sure that our love was valid.
Yeah, but I'm done with that one. That's hilarious, bro.
You know, one of the things I find hilarious too and this happens a lot with married women, say like many stories and even being a part of this where like say if it was a girl from high school that really liked you and it didn't work out, you moved to a different place and then you met them 15 years later. And you walk down the street and they just pull up on you. Hey, B. And they're like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then in their head, I notice they find it like the universe made this happen. It's not a coincidence. So then I find it easy to, no matter her situation, she could be married, she could be.
It's find it easy for you to connect with her.
Yeah, because it seemed like it's spiritual now, like it's the universe making this happen. And no matter what her situation was, boyfriend or wife, you gonna get it.
I understand. I don't think I've been through that. I understand it though.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna talk down, bro.
All right.
All right.